Hi Karen, hi Chris. Week 6, informal assessment strategy. I went with option A. I read most parts of the book and all 50 cats. The one that I chose with Kahoots, that's going to be my topic. I think the one that lines up the best would be the first one, funny enough, with the background knowledge a probe. Just quickly getting into the details of what Kahoots is. I'm pretty sure you're very much familiar with this one. It's a Norwegian online platform. I want to say game, tool, something like that. It's definitely kind of like very, very engaging, that I'm using a lot with my culinary students here in Kelowna. It is a very fun way. It's very engaging. So those are definitely some of the pros of this game. Just quickly, it is something that gets set up by the instructor. It gets broadcasted onto a screen. The students with their cell phones then kind of get a code. They dial in, and then it's a series of kind of like topic questions of a certain kind of topic. The questions, all different types, fill in the blanks, true or false. Sometimes there's graphics that they have to kind of like find the right answer for. So it's a variety of different kind of like questions. The thing is that it is all timed, which can be a little bit stressful for some students. Obviously, that's one of the negative side effects with Kahoots, and also for the instructor, they don't really get a true kind of like tracking of like their progress or process of the individual kind of like students. So it's a little bit harder kind of like that way. It is a great tool though for me, for the instructor, to kind of like see how well are they doing with a certain kind of topic. For example, we were talking about eggs and how we use eggs a lot, like in the restaurant recently. Must be changing menus over, and we're also getting ready for the practical exam. So there's lots of uses of eggs that they need to know. For example, they have to bake some muffins, so that's the use of eggs there. They have to make an emulsion with egg yolk. They have to make a pasta dough. All those kind of like little kind of like things. They also have to poach an egg. They have to make a sauce hollandaise, obviously very egg heavy base kind of like items for their test / the menu. So there's lots of kind of like knowledge that kind of goes into how to use eggs in the kitchen. And we did a few kind of like Kahoots just based on that. So it's always like fun and engaging, good for kind of like team spirit. Everybody's always like very energetic and excited about those things. So obviously there's a first, second, and third place. All the ones after that you don't really see, which is good. I also hand out prizes there, so there's an instant kind of like reward a little bit. Everybody gets a prize, everybody gets a treat, but first, second, third always get a little bit more. The great thing for me, for the instructor, I get instant kind of like feedback, see how they are all doing with a certain kind of like topic, and I take most of that kind of like information kind of like in, and then use some of that for future kind of like tests. Not in another Kahoot or anything, just more like in a written or like an essay or something like that. Then if I see that they maybe need to understand that a little bit better, or there's a gap of kind of like knowledge, and then I kind of like take that as information from a Kahoot. The neat thing is that I'm with my students like all the time, and I kind of like know what they already know, and then with those kind of group discussion during the Kahoots too, we then kind of like build onto some of the existing kind of like knowledge. So it's very good for the learning kind of like progress. I know that lots of people, it's the best way of kind of like learning when you tag on to those existing kind of like parts already. I talked a little bit about the cons. Obviously, the timing of it can be a little bit stressful for everybody. We talked about the pros of it. The pros definitely outweigh the cons. The positive outweighs the negative for sure. I just quickly want to have a look at my note right here. In the book, it always talked about the estimated levels of time and energy required. So there was always like a low, medium, or high. And this one, with the Kahoot, I would definitely say faculty to prepare that type of CATs would be definitely low. Student respond to that assessment is definitely low, and then the faculty to analyze is all low too. But I feel like it's a very simple one. It's easy to execute. It is fun. I'm definitely going to continue using it with my students. And just to kind of, as a building block, or kind of like an assessment of kind of see where the knowledge is, and then kind of like fill the holes at some other time with some other questions, maybe more intense. Maybe we can drill down a little bit more. But I think it's a great tool. I will definitely continue using it. Absolutely. Thank you very much. This is only my second video I ever made, so hopefully this will find you. Okay, bye.